Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. What do you swallow, hook, line, and sinker? I am doing a little project with idioms just for fun on my Facebook Live page to get me comfortable just talking with people there about different subjects and different topics. And today, this one actually really kind of hit home for me because I like to think I'm not super gullible and I don't just take things on the surface as gospel truth and as the truth, but I, like every other human being, is really influenced. I'm influenced by a lot of things. I'm influenced by my environment. I'm influenced by other people, places, things. I'm influenced by my past beliefs, my current beliefs, and by the things I hear and see, the physical senses, the physical things that I can taste, touch, hear, smell, feel, have a really profound effect on me and on every human being. And I just got to thinking as I was sharing this idiom or saying, swallowing things hook, line, and sinker, it got me to thinking about, we like to think that we're different and that we're not influenced by things, but we so certainly are. I mean, there's always that movie star that just we're starstruck by, we're awestruck by, and we believe everything they say. Even though we have no idea what their life is really like or what they're really like as a person, we've seen them in roles in movies and in theater, and we're like, oh my God, they're this amazing hero, when in fact they turn out to be just a schmuck. Same with athletic superstars. We give them, because they're good at a particular sport, we put all of these other positive characteristics on them that a lot of times they can't live up to because they're human beings, right? And we as human beings are inherently flawed. We're not perfect at everything. We aren't. We're good at some things. We're terrible at others. We're a combination of good and bad and ugly and pretty and everything. We're just this hodgepodge of chaos that comes together. And we often just see a little piece of something and we assume that that is true or that that is the whole picture. And it seldom, if ever, is. And so I've been thinking about that today and, who has influenced me in my past? Who have I let influence me? What environments have I found myself in that were really bad for me, but I didn't see it or believe it or know it or understand it at the time? And is it because I was being influenced by my 5 physical senses, which are really powerful, and we tend to give them more credibility than we do our gut, our instinct, or our 6th sense? Because we always know when something isn't right for us. I tell the story not very often, but every once in a while about my wedding day. And I knew on my wedding day that I was making a huge mistake. And I think I probably told my ex-husband this, but I knew it because I came out of the room after getting ready and he's like, what's wrong? And I was terrified because I knew in my gut, my heart said, hey, you love this person, you want to get married, everybody's here, all your friends and family, you're going to go through with it. But my instinct and my gut was saying, oh my freaking God, you're making a huge mistake. And there have been other times in my life when I've known that I took the wrong job, I took the wrong business partner on, I got involved in the wrong industry, the wrong businesses, I maybe said or did something that I didn't really mean, but I thought it was the right thing to say or do at the time. I think we all do that. We listen to our 5 senses more than we listen to our gut. We believe what we read in a book. Now, remember, a book is just the author's opinion or version of something. So many people will read one book and then they hone in on that, and that's all they think about or talk about is that perspective. I say if you want to know something about a topic, read 20 books on that topic or that subject, and then form your own opinions based on a culmination of all that information. Don't just take one person's opinion as the gospel truth. Don't just follow one guru to create your life, right? Now, I've lost track of how many mentors and gurus I've had in my life and in my career. There's been a lot. And I totally have lost track of how many. I mean, I've read thousands and thousands of books. I've studied and done courses and trainings by a lot of different people. And I'm a huge fan of, let's say, Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. I love that. But I also take a step back now and I say, okay, I get this. Great products, great services, great software. Great job selling and marketing, but second to none. They can I watch a webinar by Russell Brunson and I just want to buy it. Even if I've already got everything in it or I've already got it, I still want to buy it. That's how good he is at marketing. And I always now take a step back and I ask myself on the gut level, my instinct level, love this, love the way it was presented, incredibly powerful. Is this the next thing I need right now? And the answer is almost always no, because I've already got what I need. So I don't necessarily need or get it. But I love watching the orchestration of the message and the presentation of the message and the delivery and how it's used to sift and sort the people that it is right for. So I'm thinking about hook, line, and sinker and who influences me. And am I just being starstruck and surface influenced and being gullible? Or is it the piece of their message that is true for me as well? I encourage you to do the same. And it's a little hard. I mean, I remember in my 20s meeting some really famous people. My sister had a comedy club, and I got to meet a lot of very big name, very famous people and comedians. Now, they weren't super famous back then, but they're super famous now. And I was often starstruck because I'm like, oh, these people are fantastic. They have this incredible talent and way to deliver a message and to tell a joke and to hook us into their story. And I question now, are those people really who they show us on stage? Yeah, pretty much never, right? Same with a lot of the brands and companies that we are influenced by. Is the company, is the brand, is the industry even really what it's purporting to be? Think of the medical industry. Think of the pharmaceutical industry. Think of politics. Think of religion. Think of the underlying purpose of each of these institutions, even fundraising, charitable events. Think of, and I've gotten my eyes very opened on certain charitable organizations, and it's, you know, how things really work versus how they're supposed to work. It's kind of scary sometimes. I'm not going to name any names, but there's a lot that we don't know or understand that goes on behind the scenes of things that we think we believe in, that maybe we should say, do I really believe that? Is that really true? Is what's being portrayed on the news tonight, is it facts? Is it really facts? Is it really true? Is the video that they showed, the clip that they showed, is that really what happened? Or is that an edited version to deliver a message that the leaders of this particular company or news organization want to portray in order to, whatever their motive is, in order to get people to think a certain thing or believe a certain thing or behave a certain way? Pretty much always, it's trying to get us to behave a certain way. Yeah, makes me really take a deep breath and want to step back and say, and question things more. And at an instinct level, at a gut level, how does this make me feel? When I hear this story about this incident on the news, okay, I see how it was presented. I see what it was. I get it. How does that make me feel? And if it makes me feel like there's something off, then I know that I'm not getting the whole story. I know we're not seeing the whole story. And I just want to be smarter about that. I want to be better at filtering things through the lens of my beliefs and my being open to asking the questions. Is this really true, or is this just someone else's representation of a truth in order to influence me to do or think or believe something that may or may not be in my best interests? And if it's not in my best interests, I'm not going to go along with it. I'm not going to believe it. I'm going to always check in and say, okay, I see this. I hear what you're saying. Is this best for me? And it wasn't always that way. I mean, I've spent a lot of years being manipulated by other people, and we all have, and that happens to all of us. We all are in difficult relationships and in difficult situations. And it's a matter of stepping back and standing up for ourselves and reclaiming our personal power and saying, yep, this happened in the past. It doesn't matter. This is what I stand for right now. This is who I'm going to listen to right now. And I'm always going to mostly listen to me. Listen to your gut, because it always knows. You always know what to do. So often we tell ourselves we don't know what to do, but we always know what to do. We always know what's best for us based on how it makes us feel. If I have to choose between restaurant A and restaurant B, it isn't hard. I just say, Which one makes me feel like I want to experience that tonight? And then I'll go to restaurant B because I've been to restaurant A a lot of times. I want to see what's new at restaurant B, or whatever feels good or right to me. If something feels bad or off or iffy or negative or scary or weird to you, then it's probably not right for you. Now, this isn't the same as stretching your comfort zone a little and learning and growing and doing new things. You know that that feels different than absolutely being manipulated, or if something is off or doesn't feel truthful. All right, that's it. Go out, make it an awesome day. I've got a ton of stuff to do today. We're supposed to have a blizzard, but I don't see it snowing yet. So I'm going to get what I can get done now. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another, I don't know, interesting message about what's going on as I transition from the offline brick and mortar world of business to the online world. And again, there's so many things that are similar, but there's also a lot of things that are different that it's really fun to learn about. All right, talk soon. Bye.